from Lou's Antiques and Collectibles, and we buy and sell stuff for our two antique booths and the two antique malls that we're in. Plaza Antiques in Lincoln Park, Michigan, and Maumee Antiques in Maumee, Ohio. And we are in Des Moines, Iowa right now, and we're coming home from a trip to Colorado, and we're really close to the American Picker store. So we're going to go check that out and see if they'll let me film in there. I think that'd be kind of cool. We've been there once before and it was really neat. So we're literally going to be like 2 miles from them eventually here. So we definitely got to stop. So come along with us. It's right up here in about 1/3 of a mile. It's a nice view of the river right here. Here's a sign right here, Carrie. No, that's Casey's. That's not that. So let's see. It's so many feet. It's got to be right in here. Next thing up.
Turn left on Davenport Street.
Okay.
Then turn right.
Oh, check out the boat down there. That's pretty cool. We turn right here. There's actually a gas station right there. We need gas in our car, so. Sure hope they let me film in there. Oh, it's right here.
Right.
There it is. How about that?
I'm going to turn around.
Okay. We just turned around, but these folks here really inspired me to do this YouTube channel.
Then turn left on South Cody Road.
During the COVID.
You arrived at your destination.
Right there. Here you can park, just not right in the front one. So here's the American Picker's place, Antique Archaeology. We're going to go check it out. There's the van in the back. That's pretty cool. It's the same. Here's the other building. I think this was the original building. We're going to head into this building first. I believe it's, like I said, the original building, and there's a sign out in the front. And they have a few advertising items too out in the front of the store. So I can't believe I'm here. It's so cool. Lots of smalls, and then lots of things like souvenir type items that, of course, I have to buy all that stuff because I don't know the next time I'll be able to come here, if ever. So we got magnets, and we were looking for t-shirts and all that kind of stuff too while we were there. They had some really good old antiques. These were a bunch of molds they had that I just don't see. I mean, they have the quality stuff. That you just don't find that often. There some mugs and some more souvenir stuff like that, but the smalls were really cool. And I wish I had a bit more of a budget. I would have bought a lot more stuff. It's just kind of cool to say that you got it from the Pickers. So you got to have a little something from there. So, of course, I had to do that. So, and here's a whole bunch of matches they had. Some people collect match collections like that from various hotels and whatnot. Here were some presidential pins, $5. That wasn't bad for that. They had some license plates, and of course they had postcards. And I ended up getting a postcard. I looked through a bunch of them because they were like $3, and that was really reasonable. And that's kind of like my official souvenir. I don't know what episode the postcards came from, but it really doesn't matter because I watch pretty much all of them anyways. So that was just exciting to have something that they picked. And I ended up finding a Mackinac Bridge one, which was so cool because we always go to the Mackinac Bridge every year. And that's definitely something I can put up in my house somewhere. So that was cool. So we got that. And then they had these like mystery bags here, like with t-shirts and stuff. I thought that was a neat idea. We probably should have got one of those too because the prices were really reasonable. As long as you have the size, that would have been kind of fun to get. And anyways, they were all bagged up with a little bow on them. I thought that was a cute idea. Here's some signs that they had and lots of showcases. And here's more t-shirts because, of course, we each had to have one to say that we were there. That's kind of cool, especially since they were so inspirational to us. So we looked through the t-shirts and tried to find the neatest one for us. So I spent a lot of time looking through all those because I really wanted a cool one. And they definitely had some really neat ones that you just don't see. So one of a kind for our area for sure. There's not very many people from Michigan go to Iowa. So anyways, So we looked through all those and found some. That one was really cool. There were some really neat ones. That was a long sleeve one though, so I think we wanted short sleeves because we were in spring. And this one was really cool too, but that was like a crop top, so that looks good on a lot of people, but not me. I need the long length. Oh, the Rocky Horror Picture Show sign. That's so cool. I used to go to that a lot when I was young in high school. So here's a uniform and some vintage clothing and cool cars and some old tires. And if you look on the top there, those heads, the Laurel and Hardy heads, came from one of their episodes. So that was cool to see. And this one also came from one of their episodes. And I watched these episodes. So this was exciting to actually see the stuff that they picked during those episodes. So that was really cool to see. So it's almost like a museum. I mean, it's a museum that you can buy stuff at, which is really cool. There was all kinds of record albums. And I kind of searched through there in case there was something that I thought I had to have. Big variety of stuff, lots of older ones, and they had a lot of old pictures too, which I like those old pictures. I put those up. I have kind of a extra bedroom that I call my office, and I display old pictures all over the wall. They're kind of cool in there, so I was looking for something that would maybe go along with that decor, because oh, there's the Pep Boys. That one was a neat one. And here's some more old signs. They're so neat. I'd love to have some of those to display. Marbles, I just got a big bag of marbles, so I'm kind of into marbles because I don't know how to price them. They had them all organized by price and what they were, and I probably should have paid more attention to that. This little horse toy, I think that was in one of the episodes too. Look at these old cars and boats. All kinds of stuff. So we were done here with the original building, and we're going to head on over to the other one and see what they got there. So here's the newer building, and this building is pretty huge. There was lots of stuff displayed all over, and they were constantly working on the displays too. Oh, that, I just love that. Look at that tin toy. Oh my goodness. That is a cool piece. I really like that one. I ended up passing on it, but it was a really neat piece to have in your home. And they had a little placket for the History Channel on there. That was kind of cool. And lots more smalls, lots to choose from. So you don't have to have this huge budget. You can get a little something. This was ashtrays with their logo on there, and it's kind of mid-century looking. So I think I'm thinking about going to get that for my brother, because he just decorated his house with the mid-century. That would be kind of a cool addition to that. So we're going to look around. Oh, they had like a dinosaur dig down there for kids. That was really cool. What a good idea. So something for the kids to kind of keep them happy and busy while you're looking around. Love the showcase, and look at the stuff in it. And here's some more t-shirts and sweatshirts. And lots of mugs over here too. So there's lots of variety to choose from. That's a great way to display mugs. What a good idea. And something old like that. I wish I had more room in my booth so I could do cool things like this. Those lamps are really neat. And look at some of these old toys. And they are really in nice shape. My gosh, you just don't see them that look like that. Oh, I like that tank top up there. I was thinking about getting that one too. Probably should have got a couple of them while I was there. And this is a little bit of an overall of the store. And this store is pretty good size, so it was nice to see it all. Lots of magazines, and there were some vintage toys there. I was kind of looking at the magazines for my brother too, because he's got like a mid-century magazine rack, and he wants to put just a few magazines, older ones, in there for his decor in his living room. So I was kind of searching around for those too. Oh, those are neat. Everything's so cool in here. I was just having a party. It was great to see. It was definitely worth a stop. We were right there. We had to come and see it again. And oh, that statue was so beautiful. I think it was like $2,000, but oh, I would love to have that. I'm sure it came from a church or something. Just beautiful. It'd be nice to have stuff like that in your backyard. That would be pretty cool. And there's a nice Mobile oil sign. And another motorcycle, lots of toy cars and trucks. And what a good idea. They pulled the file cabinet drawers out and displayed stuff in there. That's a great idea. I am definitely going to have to remember that because that makes it look just that much cooler and kind of adds to the charm of the magazines. I would have never thought of that, but that's a great idea. There was an old book there and a big sign in the back. We have some Coca-Cola signs in our barn too. Those are fun. And here's some more magazines. I kind of was flipping through. I was looking for something with like, I bought him one with a snowmobile on it for Michigan. I was looking for like fishing ones or something kind of like that reminded us of something we did as kids. Buster Brown shoes. I used to wear those when I was a kid. And here's some other vintage clothing. Those are neat too. This looks like it came from a Catholic church, I do believe. That's pretty neat. Here's a tractor seat. The steering wheel, and boy, if you were doing a room with this type of decorations, it would look so cool to get some items here and put it in there and to add to your decor, because it's really nice how they displayed it, so it gives you an idea how you could display it in your home. So I thought that was a cool idea. They even have bikes from the ceiling. Oh, I like that jacket with the flannel, and there was a apron there. That was kind of cool. I'm trying to find some of that old flannel stuff. I know one time up north I was able to get a few things, and I keep looking for it, especially when we go up to Mackinac area because they have a lot of those vintage clothes up there. But the store we normally go to up there kind of got busy and everybody discovered it, so I don't know how much more we can find in that store. Anyways, well, that's a cool box. I have a Victorian box like that, and it was priced about the same. So we're about the same level of pricing, which is pretty cool. Look at all those smalls. How neat is that? Wow, I like that light up thing. And here's some more t-shirts that we had to look through. We did each find one, of course, so we can wear those at home. Not a lot of people, like I say, from Michigan go to Iowa, so it's kind of cool to have something different than what everybody else has. And I think you can order some of this stuff online through them too, which would be cool to have. Then you could get it anytime you wanted to. And here's some more. The Tennessee one, that one's neat. What to choose from, so many styles. That one was cool too. You know, me and my husband were big fans of the show. We still are big fans of the show, so it was just so nice to see it all, and you can refer back to it as you watch some of the older episodes and see the store and all that good stuff. So this was a really great experience. Here's a nice overall. There was lots of stuff hanging from the ceiling, so that was definitely cool to see too. You have to look everywhere. They had really creative ways of displaying stuff. There's the front counter there, and they even had some towels and some more pictures and postcards, shot glasses. And here's some other small things. There's that History Channel plaque. So that was super cool. Well, those lamps are really cool too. Very neat. I like those. So some more cars. We did a bunch of little clips so you could kind of see the overall. So here's the items that we bought. We got a couple magnets, we got a couple t-shirts, and I'll go over that then when we get back to our house so you can see them a little bit better. So we got lots of goodies. These were so cool, old hotel key things. And they had lots of little gadgets and little things you could buy for souvenirs. That was so neat. And here's a motor alley cup or bottle holder. And there's a nice overall of the whole store. So fun. These are the items that I got at the Antique Archaeology from the pickers. And it's kind of fitting that I do this on a patio set I just picked. I just power washed it and resealed it. $10. Can you believe that? What a deal. It's got 6 chairs. Anyways, these are my goodies from Iowa. I got a couple t-shirts. And I think they ran around $25, $30. But, you know, you're there, you got to get at least a t-shirt. So I got a couple of those. I got on an ashtray. And I mainly got that for my brother because he's doing his house in mid-century. Thought that would be a kind of a cool gift. And then I got a couple of magnets. And I had to get this postcard because it was the Mackinac Bridge. So that was cool. I don't know if there's a date on there. I don't believe there's a date. But anyways, that's an older one. That's kind of cool. And then they gave me a free hat too for buying all this stuff. I think if you spend like $50 or $60, you get a free hat. So that was cool. So those are all the things that I got at Antique Archaeology when we went and saw the picker store. And not a lot of big antiques. The only thing antique I got is the postcard. But I do enjoy getting the t-shirts and all the stuff that they have there. Just to say you were there, because it's so cool. Okay, so this is Lou from Lou's Antiques and Collectibles saying goodbye, and we'll see you again. Bye.